What can I say about our final inductee of the evening? I'm pretty sure it's all been said before, over and over and over again. Coach, mentor, friend. That's just three of the many words that come to mind when someone hears the name Carol Cantele. Let's just listen to a small snippet of what four of her former players shared about their coach on the occasion of her taking her rightful spot in the Hall of Athletic Honor.
Carol Cantele is synonymous with greatness. Greatness on and off the field, on the campus of Gettysburg College and beyond. Over Cantele's time at Gettysburg, she won 4 national championships, 3 as the women's head lacrosse coach and 1 as a field hockey student athlete. As Gettysburg's head field hockey coach from 1993 to 2002, she led the team to 121 wins and 5 conference titles. As the women's lacrosse head coach, Cantele became the program's all-time wins leader with an overall record of 446 and 115. Her record ranks 3rd in NCAA history in wins. Her teams won a conference record 12 Centennial Conference championships. She was named the IWLCA Division III Coach of the Year 4 times, the Metro Region Coach of the Year 11 times, and the Centennial Conference Coach of the Year twice. In 2021, she was inducted into the IWLCA Hall of Fame. A selection of Cantele's former players, colleagues, and friends share their thoughts and memories of Cantele on this occasion of her inevitable induction into the Hall of Athletic Honor.
What drew me most to Coach Cantele was her spunk and her pizzazz. I always say she lights up a conversation. Her dedication to the job and to the players was so apparent to me. And she really walked the talk. The more I met with her and got to know her, I felt very drawn to her leadership style and was excited by the opportunity to play for her.
I was really lucky I had the opportunity to both play for Carol, and then I was fortunate to be invited back onto her coaching staff for 3 seasons. She was a joy to play for, and I think a lot of my teammates would say the same. She created an environment that was welcoming. Her passion just exudes from her every day, every time she steps on the field. And as a player, you can feel that. You can't really fake that as a coach. It was evident from the jump that she took her craft very seriously, but also had a level of, joy and fun and personality. So I think her teams really exuded that joy when they played. It was a very serious competitive environment, but it was also light and airy and fun. And that was, hugely because she had so much faith in the people that were doing the work.
As much as it was important to win, which we did a lot, under Carol, it was always bigger than lacrosse. The trophies and rings were fun, don't get me wrong, but it was truly about the people. She also had this way of just making everyone involved with our program feel just so appreciated for what they did. And from the employees in the dining hall to our bus drivers, just always made sure they knew they were a part of our team and very important to our success. We shared our wins with them, everyone involved.
She understood all of us. I remember many long conversations with her, making sure that I was ready and my head was on straight. That I was doing my part for the team and that, facing all the challenges that we had in school. But at the end of the day, she was there. She saw the best in us and drove us forward. She just continued to believe in us and our ability to succeed. And that was huge. And it was a really fantastic time in my life. And I think the life of all of our teammates, because we had this opportunity, this moment in time to come together and do something we all loved with a leader who loved doing it and loved being part of it. And that was something we all felt every day.
In reflection, what impresses me most is that she really stretched herself beyond the norm, continuing to strive to be better every day, every season. She was constantly developing and improving her own coaching style through new and refreshed practice agendas, film study, preparing us for upcoming opponents. Every season that I played for her, all 4 years, she altered her approach and made sure that it was something that I think met the moment. I really admire the way she conducted herself, you know, both on and off the field. She was and continues to be a role model for many of us.
Carol is, she's second to none. And I think a lot of people would say that. And so many people, when I worked with Carol, were curious about Carol. What is it about Carol? What makes her so good? It's hard to put into words. Once you know Carol, you love her. And I think what really sets her apart is that she invests in people legitimately, genuinely. She's authentic herself, but she has a real deep care for everybody that she comes across in life. Everybody has a story. That piece of her personality has been what really has made her stand apart. Carol's going to get up on stage and she's probably going to thank Gettysburg College. She's going to thank the coaches, and she's going to thank the players, and she's going to probably give all of that credit away if I know Carol. But I think the reason that the people in her camp were so good is because Carol took the first step to invest in them as people. I can get emotional thinking about it, talking about it, just seeing her in action. It doesn't feel like work, because she has a genuine curiosity for everybody that's around her.
When the pandemic hit my senior year and seasons were getting canceled, I think the NBA was the first league to shut down maybe. My teammates and I weren't worried at all. Like, the world was literally shutting down, but Carol was such a legend that we truly thought coach would never let them cancel our season. Like, that just would never happen. Like, we're still going to be playing lacrosse in 2020. And, if that doesn't express, just how highly we view her and, what a superhero we think she is, I don't know what does. We really thought a pandemic wouldn't stop Carol Cantele.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome Carol Cantele.
Thank you. Like I said, I'd rather be on a sideline right now. It's a whole different kind of game day up here. And wow, those are a lot of moments, you ladies that spoke tonight. Thank you. A lot of great moments, a lot of great memories, and a hell of a lot of bad haircuts. Thank you, Mike, Nick, Luke, the Athletic Hall of Honor Committee, and all those behind the scenes who worked so hard to put this evening and weekend together. Congratulations to all the Hall of Honor members here tonight, and a special shout out to the class of 2024 inductees. I'm honored to share the stage with you. The older you get, the more it means. Are there any die-hard Bruce Springsteen fans out there? I know there is, because about 9 of you I've seen a show with you together, and 4 of you as recently as this past Friday night. He rocks. Before closing a concert and tour back in 2013, Springsteen thanked the fans, his band, his crew, and remarked that he had been making music for a living for 50 years. He said, "I feel like I just started, man. I got another 50 in me." The older you get, the more it means. Whether a fan or not, I'm sure that many of you can relate to his words. Now, I sure as heck don't have another 50 years of making music left in me. 40 years was plenty, and spending 30 years of it at my beloved alma mater was a dream come true. But I do appreciate what Bruce was saying. Since my retirement in 2022, I've been given the gift of time to reflect on my fulfilling career and, most importantly, the people and the place associated with it. So yeah, Bruce, the older I get, the more it means. And like Bruce, I would like to thank my fans, my crew, and my band, for without them, I would not be standing up here tonight. This very special honor belongs to the entire cast. So let's start with the band. To the Gettysburg Field Hockey and Lacrosse team bands, thanks for always being where your feet are and for making every moment matter. All those little moments made big things happen. You competed with joy, with passion, and with a competitive championship mindset. You showed up with the very best version of yourself to every practice and game. What an experience to be a part of your 4-year transformation. All of you had your own personal journey, and at the same time, you shared countless experiences and developed unbreakable bonds with your teammates. You all were difference makers during your time on campus, and you continue to lead a life of impact. I loved every moment of making music with you all. You taught me more than you will ever know, and no words adequately describe my love for you. Mwah. I love y'all. To my crew, associate and assistant coaches, athletic training, athletic communications, equipment room, O&B and alumni relations, and athletic administration colleagues, thank you. Your dedications to the teams, your energy and expertise, and your unwavering support of the student athletes were beautiful to witness. So much goes on behind the curtain. I am indebted to all of you who made game day and our championship experiences so special. The hours, the planning, the troubleshooting, no one was above getting their hands dirty to accomplish a goal. For much of that time, we were under the leadership of Director of Athletics David Wright, who fostered a family atmosphere with a winning mentality. No one did it better than Gettysburg College Athletics. To my assistant coaches, so many of you here tonight, I'm over the moon blessed. The chemistry we developed with one another and within our team culture reminds me of the magic created when watching Springsteen and the East Street Band perform. All on the same page, a united front, and a willingness to share the spotlight. The practice planning, scouting sessions, and post-game, let's call them meetings, were some of my most treasured times. I would be remiss if I didn't single out two extraordinary crew members. Former associate, head women's lacrosse coach, head field hockey coach, Barb Jordan. Yeah. And former director of sports medicine, Michael Cantele. Now, Barb was a defensive genius as well. Here, you ladies will defend this. I think she holds the team record for the most assists dished out at practices. Would we all agree? Those players in the room, the girl could feed with pinpoint accuracy. And Mike, well, not only did he keep the teams healthy, but he may have won us a few ball games by his subtle and not so subtle communications with the officials. Sharing the sideline with my best friend Barb and with my husband Mike for over 20 years. Can you frickin' beat that, people? I am beyond. Yeah. And by the way, it can work. You know, a lot of people say stay away from your husband, wife, work relations. It worked, it really did. But I am beyond grateful for you both. Your knowledge, insights, and perspective were invaluable to the success of the programs. Your guidance and advice for the athletes and me were always honest, candid, and respected. To my roadie crew members, the parents, Thank you for entrusting your daughters to me and for enthusiastically showing up to all our concerts. You fueled us with your applause and positive cheers and provided the most epic post-game tailgates. We all gained about 20 pounds or more, trust me, I did, over the course of a season. We ate well. And finally, to my fans, Bruce and I love our fans. Now, if you've been to shows, there was a period where Springsteen, in his younger days, bounded onto the stage and to begin his religious revival style event with this question to the audience. I wonder if any of you might know what it was. Here it goes. Are you ready to be transformed? Come on, people. Yeah. All right. Of course, the fans would chant back, yes. He'd ask this question 6, 7 more times. Are you ready to be transformed? With each response, the fans grew louder and more obsessed. And then for the next 3.5 hours, he would do just that. He would transform us with his storytelling and his musical magic. But here's where Bruce and I disagree and differ. We differ, we don't disagree. He loves me, by the way. But here's where Bruce and I differ. Bruce transformed and transforms his fans. My fans have transformed me. My fans include the significant mentors and relationships formed during my student-athlete experience. My legendary and fierce field hockey coach, Mrs. Lois Bowers. My very talented teammates, several of them here tonight wearing these, of course. And my supportive classmates and roommates, all here tonight as well, contributed immensely into my pathway into coaching. I would likely never have become a collegiate coach if I hadn't had such an amazing student-athlete experience like the one provided at Gettysburg College. I love you guys. My family, table 1 over there. Sisters, Chris and Kim, brother Bob, their spouses Amy and the Scans man, my husband Mike and daughter Ashley, both Gettysburg grads, and her partner Ryan, and my son Jordan and wife Amy, have all transformed me beyond measure. Your genuine interest in the Bullets field hockey and lacrosse programs and their coach was unmatched. And lastly, my mom and dad, my biggest fans. I thank them for believing in me and for being a part of so many of these moments. I know my family would agree, and so many of you in this room, both as roommates, teammates, and former players, that our dad, my dad, would be eating this night up. He adored this place and loved enthusiastically cheering on the field hockey and lacrosse girls. I can't tell you how many games where I was in the huddle with the team and there was my dad in the huddle. I'm like, Dad, ease up, buddy. But he was there all the time. And our mom, at 96 years young, that's right, 96 years young, Mom has been the constant, and like Bruce, she's the boss. Mom, you exercise the perfect balance of holding your children's hand and pushing us out the door. You encouraged us to get out of our comfort zone, yet we're always our cushion. I tried to emulate your ways with my own kids, as well as with the field hockey and lacrosse team members. So what do you say, Mom? Let's continue to cheer on those amazing Bullets lacrosse players in the back of the room right now and their fantastic coaches for years to come. The older you get, the more it means. I'm honored and humbled to be a part of such a distinguished group. Thank you, Gettysburg College. and all the tremendous people affiliated with it. Forever orange and blue. Thank you.